You want to get yourself some melons and some pumpkins, they're brilliant, but you really haven't got a lot of resources, but you want to be able to farm them. You want a small micro farm for melons and pumpkins at the same time. Well, don't you go anywhere. I have got something really, really good for you coming up right now. Seriously, don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, in my farm tutorial series. This one's a really simple one. A lot of you guys have been saying, Avo, this farm is really good, but it takes up so much resource. I mean, look at that mob grinder up in the distance there. Link to that is in the description below. And I think if I've done it right, there should be a little link somewhere on the screen. Not sure, maybe I've fluffed it, but there's definitely one in the description below. But it uses a lot of resource. People have said, Avo, my survival world, I've not got loads of stuff. I need some farms that don't use much stuff. Well, today, dear viewer, you're in luck. We are going to give you a micro melon and pumpkin farm combined. And I don't know about micro, it depends whether or not you build a building around it, and I'm going to, because I always do, but you don't have to, in which case it really is a micro farm, and that is the way forward if you don't have a lot of resource. Let's go have a go at it right now. To make this farm, you are going to need not a lot at all. So for the absolute basic farm, you are going to need 8 spruce wood planks, 2 chests, 2 hoppers, 2 bits of redstone, 2 redstone repeaters, 1 lever, 2 normal pistons, floor blocks of dirt, 1 wooden hoe to make it really resource cheap, but any kind of hoe, obviously. You need some pumpkin seeds, just 1. You need some melon seeds, just 1. And these are kind of optional, but kind of handy. You need 2 buckets of water, and if you want to get everything going, you need some bone meal. And then maybe you want to build a structure across the top of it to make it look like a proper house. Maybe you don't. If you do, you just want some structural blocks as well. It really isn't that resource intensive at all. This one's really easy. So we've got melons and pumpkins at the same time. We want a tower of 2 bits of wood, and then in front of this bit of wood just here, facing inwards, we want that chest. Facing inwards, we want that chest. So a chest on both sides. Come around the back and get a hopper into the back of that chest. Hopper into the back of that chest. Then come on top of your little tower, because you want to be facing a redstone repeater using shift click, going out that way. And another one going out that way. And then what happens when you put a lever on there and you pull the lever, that powers both of those redstone repeaters. That bit is the easy bit. So now is the even easier bit. We're going to get 2 bits of dirt there, 2 bits of dirt there. We then want to get a bit more wood and stick it behind each of these chests. So on top of that, we're going to get a dollop of redstone there, and we get more wood there and there. Tower of 2 there and there. Dead easy so far, right? And then get ourselves a piston, normal piston, not a sticky piston, and we're going to get that facing inwards there, and similarly facing inwards there. So what's going to happen here is actually quite clever. We're going to turn this on. That is going to put power into those 2 repeaters. On this side, we're going to plant melon. On this side, we're going to plant pumpkin. Maybe I'll get it round the wrong way and it'll be pumpkin this side and melon this side. It doesn't actually matter. Then what happens is this will grow the melon or the pumpkin, and that actually allows the redstone signal, the electricity of Minecraft, to come through it. It basically conducts the redstone. Mental, right? But it does. It conducts the redstone. That makes that redstone signal live there, which puts a signal into this block, which fires the piston, which then breaks the block, whether it is a pumpkin or whether it is a melon, which is then pushed onto top of this redstone repeater here, and this hopper underneath sucks it through and puts it into the chest. So that one will be melons and pumpkins, or melons and pumpkins, whichever way round it is. So all we need to do really now is to till this soil and plant it up. So we're around the back here, and we are going to just till that soil and that soil. We're going to plant some pumpkin seeds in there, and we're going to plant some melon seeds. Oh, I've got to till it again because we haven't got any water next to it. And we're going to plant some melon seeds in there. Now, it hasn't got water, so it's not going to be super efficient. However, we can fix that. We can fix that by putting in an infinite water source in here, which gives water for both of these sides, or even just a single water source if we wanted to. So let's get that block there, and we're going to put that there. We're going to put a block there and a block there, and then if we get a bucket of water and we shove bucket water in there and a bucket water in there, that is going to give nice wet dirt for us there and there, which is actually going to improve the efficiency of this particular farm. So that is basically it. That's the end of it. But what we do need to do is speed it up a little bit because I'm too impatient. So we're going to get that to a full stalk. We're going to get that to a full stalk. And you can see that is working very nicely. So now all we need to do is to make it look a little bit like a building, because at the minute it's just a couple of blocks of wood in the middle of the wilderness. So I'll be back when I've had a bit of a build. We have made a little hut type thing, I guess you could call it, just using some oak wood planks, a few oak wood stairs and a little bit of spruce wood. We've trimmed it round the steps around the bottom. We've used some ladders just to give a little bit of decoration there. We've stuck item frames with the stuff that we're going to collect in there, and then around the back we've created a little access area, because the access area is in case anything goes a little bit wrong. So in here you can see, I mean, you could hide away from any nasties in it. We've created a wall here, and that's just going to help us collect the bits and pieces that get pushed off using this particular piston, because otherwise we could find that all the goodies kind of pop off left and right. So this wall makes sure everything gets channeled into the right place. Similarly on this side, everything gets channeled into the right place like that. We put glowstone on the top because even though it actually doesn't make a great deal of difference what the light levels are, I quite like the light levels to be high enough to not spawn any mobs in there. That would be nice. And I've surrounded it with glass because everybody loves a little bit of a window, don't they? So this is, I'm telling you now, this is not a highly efficient farm. You are not going to get loads and loads of pumpkins or loads and loads of melons out of this farm, but it is quite nice just for a little small survival world, because it's incredibly survival friendly. You hardly need anything. You don't need this building around it. You only need the bit that I did at the beginning, really, and hardly any resource at all. And what have we got so far? We've got 40 bits of melon and 5 pumpkins. Now that's not bad. That's the time it took me to build this structure here. So I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes if I stopped and sort of had a break to go to the loo. Not too bad really, quite simple. And that is what I would call a really basic and tiny little melon and pumpkin farm. That is so simple as to be ridiculous. Little farms are quite useful because this is so resource friendly. Anybody can make this with, have in mind, very little stuff, frankly. You need a tiny little bit of iron and mostly, other than that, wood and a little bit of redstone. It is an absolute doddle. If you've enjoyed this video, please do manage to slap that like button all over its face. You really know you want to. And let's see whether or not we can get, I don't know, 756 likes on this video. 756 likes is our threshold. So we're looking to, can you get under that 756? If you have, thank you very much. And if you like it after the 756, thank you very much for that as well. And if you haven't yet done it, you're very naughty, but it'll be great to see you in my sub club. So hit that subscribe button like your life depends on it for lots of other tutorials and other sorts of stuff on the channel. Magic! And I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye!